From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, May 8th, 2017. Silver is trading at $16.36 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,234 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 1.7 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $1,612. And HowWar.com reports the situation at the Afghanistan-Pakistan border is always tense, particularly after Friday's exchange of fire between the two sides, but appears to be rapidly spiraling out of control as Pakistani forces have attacked and destroyed several checkpoints along the Chaman border, which connects Balochistan to Kandahar. At least 50 Afghan soldiers are reported dead and over 100 wounded, as Pakistan reports they've destroyed 5 separate checkpoints in retaliation for Afghan fire. There is no news of new Pakistan casualties since Friday's exchange of fire. Locals say that the border crossing was closed early in the day by Pakistani security officials and has remained so, with loudspeakers ordering all villages on the Pakistan side of the border evacuated until further notice. Helicopter gunships are reported overhead and over 2,000 families have been displaced. Pakistan has accused Afghan officials of unprovoked attacks on the villages and of targeting census workers in the border region. Afghanistan does not recognize the current border between the two nations, but insisted it was Pakistan that fired first in the most recent round of fighting. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports House Speaker Paul Ryan on Sunday described claims Republicans rushed through their replacement bill for health care reform as a bogus attack on the left, though he accused the Democrats of doing the same thing in 2009. On Thursday, Ryan quickly called for a vote after getting enough Republican support. The U.S. House approved the American Health Care Act 217 to 213 as 20 Republicans and every Democrat voted against the bill. Ryan said on ABC's This Week the bill has been online for 2 months and was analyzed twice by the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, which predicted from the initial bill that 24 million more Americans would be uninsured in 10 years. When George Stephanopoulos noted that significant amendments were made to the bill, Ryan said the final amendment was 3 pages long. It takes 30 seconds to read. The amended bill was only posted online hours before the vote. Several Republican House members, including Representative Chris Collins of New York, admitted publicly to not having read the entire GOP health care bill before voting on it. Ryan criticized Democrats in 2009 when the Affordable Care Act was passed. Are you an advocate for free market money? Do you promote Bitcoin as an alternative in a fiat-centric world? Then you need Spend-A-Bit in your arsenal, the search engine for things you can buy with Bitcoin. Spend-A-Bit aggregates millions of products from thousands of Bitcoin-enabled merchants. Keep your money in the free economy. Visit spendabit.co today. Bitcoin merchants, ask about our merchant suite to reach even more customers. Spendabit.co. Reuters reports the father of a teenage boy fatally shot in the head while in a car that was driving away from a policeman has sued the Dallas area officer for excessive force over the incident that has stoked simmering debate about racial bias in U.S. policing. The lawsuit, filed at a federal district court in Dallas on Friday by Odell Edwards, seeks undisclosed damages from former Balk Springs police officer Roy Oliver for shooting his son Jordan Edwards. The suit also named Balk Springs, a predominantly minority city about 50 miles from Dallas, as a defendant. The lawsuit accuses the city of failing to properly train Oliver, a person plaintiffs described as having a short fuse and a history of abusive behavior towards citizens. Oliver was charged on Friday with murder for the death of Edwards, described by friends and family as a good student and athlete. Hundreds attended a funeral for Edwards on Saturday, held about a week after he was fatally shot. His family has asked that any protest be put on hold to give the family time to grieve. Oliver surrendered on Friday, hours after an arrest warrant had been issued, and he was released on bond. He has not spoken publicly about the event. An Edwards family lawyer has said his 2 brothers were in the car with him and watched him die. The lawsuit alleges the 2 brothers were subject to racist comments, and the brother who sat behind Jordan Edwards when he died was handcuffed at the scene but not charged with any crime. This has been FPP Radio News. Online at fppradio.com.